What's up, Divine Feminine Collective? Thank you for joining me for your energy reading. My name is Keita. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so excited to do this reading for you all as I have just wrapped up the masculine reading. So I kind of got the tea on what's going on with their energy. And now I'm going to be spilling the tea on what's going on with the feminines. And being a dominantly divine feminine energy myself, I'm curious than a motherfucker to get a better understanding of what's really going on. So we're going to get into it. I've already pulled the tarot and I'm going to be clarifying possibly with the energy oracle and the archetype cards as needed. And I got some downloads as well. I had a few songs to come through, one of which I'm now remembering that I did not jot down in my notes. It came to me today. So it may come back to me as I am doing the reading. But we got, when I tell y'all, the masculines got a full playlist of songs, honey. So you all, I didn't have as many to come through for the feminine, but it's still some substantial information for sure. So this song, When I'm in Your Arms by Cleo Soul, was one of the downloads that I received as the describing the energy of the divine feminine toward the divine masculine. And the lyrics are: old wounds, old fights, another day goes by. I'm not playing by the rules. They can't take me for no fool. Are you gonna ride with me, hold me down when you listen, never lie to me? This is all the sign I need. So tell me, will you keep me safe when I'm in your arms? Control me, 'cause it feels so good when I'm in your arms. I don't want you going nowhere, 'cause on the corners of your mind helps my body to unwind. Don't waste time. You said you love the way I notice how you look into my eyes right before we cross the line, the way we grind. It says, keep me safe in your arms. There's a warmth in your kiss. Don't let go from my grip. Feel so good in your arms. You want to know how to hold on the low. You want to stay, want to flow, want to own. You want to give me love and you make things roll. Make me feel something new, something old. You want to know how to hold. Okay, so that's repeating that, and it repeats that through the rest of the song. And if you have not heard it, it goes, so tell me, will you keep me safe when I'm in your arms? You wanna roll, hold on. You wanna know how to hold on the low. You wanna stay, wanna flow, wanna own. You give me love and you make things roll. Make me feel something new, something old. So tell me, will you keep me safe when I'm in your arms? That song, that message speaks all to the having the protection of a masculine energy. A woman who has tapped into her masculine and feminine energy knows how to provide for herself, has had to step up and provide safety and security for herself the best way she knows how, and also maintain her feminine energy and tap into her intuition and tap into her sensuality and sexuality and her spiritual gifts and all of the things that learn how to be receptive, meanwhile learning to be the giver and the provider, and learn how to balance those things out, right? And sometimes along the journey of trying to do that, we have those experiences that make us guarded. Like, you want to do what? Why? Who sent you? What you want? Stay right there. Keep your distance. You know what I'm saying? So we have our guards up, and sometimes it's like we have to take an assessment, especially as divine feminines, to be able to discern and intuit when somebody's coming forward with pure intention, and even when it doesn't necessarily appear that way. So this song speaks to feeling safe in somebody's arms and feeling protected and secure and feeling good, feeling like you can let your guard down and let your hair down and just be in your feminine energy and not feeling like you gotta be so guarded and so, protective of your heart. Is basically what this song speaks to. It says, don't waste my time. You said you love the way I notice how you look into my eyes right before we cross the line, the way we grind. So there's something about this connection that is taboo or would be considered crossing the line, that it's forbidden in some way. And the divine feminine is definitely like, don't waste my time. What we doing here? But having experienced the warmth in somebody's kiss and the comfort of being in their embrace. I don't know about y'all, but I love a strong arm, child. Sheesh. That's why I know I am meant to co-create in this life with a man. Nothing, no offense to the ladies, honey, but I just like that strength and that protectiveness that a man brings me. And I'm able to better recognize it as a result of working on balancing and identifying that within myself. So we have feminine energies having reached that point of recognizing safety and security in somebody's arms. But there's also a message to the feminine's inner child that came up to me as a download as well, and it's by Cleo Soul. So let me find that junk. Your love don't ever change your life. Okay. So it's dance sister, smile sister, laugh sister, cry sister. You're a prize sister, don't hide sister. Show them why sister. Little young girl, don't you cry. I know you're wise, but you've been fooled a few times. Feeling trapped because you lost yourself. So you try to protect your heart. I know you want to be someone. You need something more because you're trying to see yourself live the life that you want. Young love, don't ever waste your time. I see that you're searching for peace of mind. Young love, I want you to value your light. I see that you're searching for peace of mind. Because you've got to believe life's what you want it to be. You're in a hurry, trying to tell the world that you are worthy of all the things you keep chasing. To know your heart is a brave thing. Baby girl, don't worry. Trying to show the world that you are worthy. All of the things we keep chasing, to know your heart is a brave thing, a brave thing. I know you want to be someone. You need something more because you're trying to see yourself walk away for more. And I know you want to be someone and your heart is pure. You got to get up out your head and realize you've won. Young love, don't ever waste your life. And I believe that the rest of this is that the hook repeating itself from the earlier part of the song. But that is the feminine telling her inner child to laugh, sing, dance, and be your authentic self. Express yourself. I know you've been through some hurtful things, but don't allow that to block out all of the blessings that are coming in for you as a result of shining your light. And I think that's a timely message for the divine feminines at this point where you're identifying feeling safe and secure in somebody's arms, but also having to do that shadow work to let your guard down and allow this thing to unfold. Just saw 9/11. Know that you're protected. You've done the work to cut those cords and to close out those toxic cycles, and you're fully capable of having a genuinely loving relationship and trust yourself to see the signs if danger is afoot. If it's something you shouldn't be investing your time and energy into, or if it's a temporary situation that you need to distance yourself from at some point and just enjoy it for the moment. Trust that you know when to say when. And I pulled tarot. So, You got the Ace of Wands. That's that fire burning inside, that activation, that passion that is that has ignited within the divine feminines. This new fire under your ass, so to speak, your inspiration, that has you looking at things differently, able to see through illusions and the options that are being presented to you, and see things from a more enlightened, higher perspective with this hangman energy. And after the hangman, you have the Eight of Swords, because whatever it is that you don't know and that's keeping you immobile in this situation, that's got you feeling stuck or entrapped in some way, oh baby, lightning about to strike. And the truth is going to be revealed, because the tower is falling. Anything that is built on a lie cannot last. And so in these connections where you're inspired, you feel safe in somebody's arms, but there's something taboo about it, where it doesn't feel like it's something that can move forward, be patient. Just a little while longer. Hang in there like the hangman and challenge yourself to see this thing from a different perspective, because the truth is going to reveal itself in divine timing. There's nothing you need to do. Just saw 11:11, except have some compassion for yourself. Do the thing that nurtures your inner child. Live, dance, sing, have fun, be open, be better. Don't be bitter, right? And at the top of the deck, you got the Seven of Cups, which is representative of that energy of needing to see through the illusions that are being presented to you. You do not know the full truth in this situation. There was one of those zodiac readings that I did where I used the earth magic, and it was either Taurus or Aries, but the iceberg card came out, because submerged under the water, there's a whole lot more going on underneath the surface of the situation. And so you're needing to tap into your divine femininity in order to see to the truth of the matter and intuit and discern how to move forward as you make an important decision in your life. But challenge yourself to see things from a different perspective, and a perspective that allows you to let your guard down and not be so defensive in this new cycle or chapter that you're in, or that you are approaching, because at the bottom of the deck, you are for damn sure manifesting a new reality after you or someone else comes out of hermit mode. You've been on this journey of self-discovery, and you're manifesting a new beginning. You've already been doing the work, and now you're going to start to see the realities of it, the reality of what you've been manifesting in your 3D reality with the Ace of Pentacles. And it's going to be something valuable, and it's going to look like the Two of Cups, a aligned connection, where you and someone else feel the exact same way about each other, mirrors to one another, where it's a divine connection where two people are ready to walk together and walk forward hand in hand and have more color in their life. So you got this Two of Cups, but before the Two of Cups, you got the Five of Cups, because there was some resentment or some disappointment in this situation. And that guardedness is you holding on to the pain of the past and crying over spilled milk. But one thing about the Five of Cups is that, yeah, there are some cups that have spilled, but you got some cups that are still standing. She got this one cup right here by her. And these other four look empty. So that really speaks to having like that Ace of Cups energy after all is said and done, where you do what's best for you and you do the self-loving thing, which is not to be hard-hearted and have compassion and have forgiveness and not hold on to those past hurts and that past wounding or your struggle story. What happened. It came to teach you a lesson. Move forward with the wisdom and embrace that one full cup that you still have. And the Ace of Cups represents not only self-love, but a new beginning in love, in a more balanced, reciprocal, and harmonious situation. But see, it's hard to do that when you're in this Nine of Swords energy, stressing. Can't sleep. Got insomnia. Just saw 1441. So this is two individuals stressing. And in the Taurus reading, you had the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, both of them had anxiety. Nine of Swords came out for both of them at the bottom of the deck, and they both had anxiety with the anxiety card. So these are twin flames mirroring one another in their fear and anxiety about this connection that they're being divinely led to embrace and do whatever it takes to heal their way towards each other. And what's underneath this Nine of Swords? Baby, somebody whose nature you may rise. This King of Swords, a lion, possibly a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the fire signs. Coming forward with this King of the Jungle energy, lighting a fire within you, and you've lit a fire with him with this Ace of Wands. That's very much phallus energy. So there's a lot of passion in this connection, but in order for it to come together, there's a Ten of Swords that has to take place on somebody's part, and that is that ego death. A total life change, acknowledging and owning where you've aligned with people who don't mean, good behaviors that are no longer serve, and where somebody has been showing up in their ego instead of allowing the spirit and love to lead them. So I love this message for y'all. We pretty much done wrap this thing up, right? But I want to clarify a little bit with the Hanged Man. Nope, I want to clarify the Tower. That's what I want to clarify. Spirit, what's up with this Tower that's coming in for the Divine Feminine Collective? Please clarify the Tower at this time. Somebody's walking away from something that no longer serves them. With walking away represented by the number 27, which breaks down to a 9 because they are closing out a cycle. And that fell face up. So this is something that probably doesn't even surprise you. You already kind of got an inkling about this situation, right? But we also got a card that fell face down. And it fell on top of the Eight of Swords, like in between the Eight of Swords and the Tower. So this is something that's possibly in your blind spot. So somebody's walking away from something, but they're indecisive about where to go from there when they walk away from the situation, which direction to take. So there's some indecision that is taking place with somebody that, they stuck in indecision and in their mind and mentally imprisoned. But something's going to happen. Lightning's going to strike, and they're going to have to bust a move. Moves are going to be made, and truths are going to be revealed, because the divine is going to make sure that it does. At the top of the deck, you have financial constraints represented by the number 13. So you got somebody walking away from a situation, but there's indecision as they move out into the unknown, because there is some financial constraint. Somebody trying to figure out how they about to finance this move or this new endeavor, this love, this whatever they got in mind, right? How it's going to affect them financially. And that was the thing that was holding them back at first. But that's at the top of the deck, right? At the bottom of the deck, the man holding a coin. God said, oh, you tripping about some money? That's the thing you're going to allow to keep you from aligning with your divine counterpart and living out your divine mission? Here go a financial opportunity. Here go an entrepreneurial endeavor. Here come a raise. Here come a new job. You worried about being able to provide in this Two of Cups dynamic? Okay, here. Next, what other excuse you got? Represented by the number 43, which breaks down to a 7, because God is in control in this situation. So do not allow finances to be the issue or keep you from taking the leap of faith. I'm surprised the Fool ain't came out, but that's okay, because even if somebody is afraid to take that leap of faith, the Tower gonna strike. And towers built on false, monuments built on false foundations, or faulty foundations, weak foundations, are going to fall. The truth will be revealed in this situation. I love this for y'all, and I'm going to be pulling from the archetype cards to see, as a divine feminine, what archetype are you needing to embody or embrace in this situation. So still, please clarify this message. Go away. For the Divine Feminine Collective at this time. Damn right, young love. Dance, sing, have fun with this. Stay open to it. Don't allow the bitterness and the pain from your past situations to block the way this drastic change is trying to come in for you. Spirit, please clarify this message for the feminine collective. And if this is not a masculine coming in as the King of Pentacles, this is the feminines tapping into their feminine, their masculine energy to provide for themselves. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, we're not to live our lives. Ain't that about a bitch? Like damsels in distress. You know what I'm saying? We're still needing to take care of ourselves, and then when somebody or if somebody comes along and they're able to provide that divine order for us, yo, I can't make this shit up. I just turned these two cards over, right? And literally got damsel and the light attribute card. And normally when the light attribute card comes out with a card, it's like a blank card where you can create your own archetype. Just out 2112, which may be significant to some of you as an angel number on the twin flame journey. So there's some mirroring here where both parties are being led to not be in the shadow energy of the damsel, where you're waiting for a knight to provide for you or using seduction to create romantic illusion, but in the light attribute of the damsel, which is understanding the nature of healthy romance that inspires one to rely on themselves and learn how to be independent in a interdependent relationship. So learning how to be independent and not codependent or waiting on somebody to come and save the day, right? Because as a divine feminine energy, again, you have to balance your masculine and your feminine energy. You want to make sure that when you're in a relationship with your divine counterpart, you're approaching it for all the right reasons and that they are as well. So they ain't just looking for somebody to come in, cook and clean and take care of the kids or whatever. They love you for who you are and want to build and grow with you, and the love is unconditional. And it's the same for the feminine. You're not just relying on this man to come through and pay your bills and lay pipe and provide and protect. You know what I'm saying? You love the man for who they are unconditionally, and you're ready to get to know each other on a deeper level and build and grow and enjoy one another. So you don't have all those other conditional things that govern the relationship, right? So you got the damsel energy that came out in the upright. I guess just kind of putting the feminines on notice to take inventory of their motives, right? And then at the top of the deck, you have servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So going from this servant energy of showing up like a servant leader. If you're not familiar with servant leadership, I advise that you look into servant leadership. And that is the energy of like being a giving person and just wanting to help people and doing it with a kind heart. Just saw 2332, because that is something that both parties in the twin flame dynamic mirror to each other as well. But that type of energy has its light and its dark. So again, this is not showing up in the relationship in this shadow energy of using the lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. What I say, this person is going from financial constraint to man holding a coin, where that once was an excuse, not having that coin, feeling like they couldn't be the provider or couldn't finance this situation, couldn't take the woman out on a date or whatever the case. It has something to do with their finances, and that's being in that servant shadow energy. But moving from that shadow energy of allowing your financial situation to keep you stuck and immobile to delighting and serving others with a free and loving heart. Giving what you can, when you can, how you can, freely, lovingly, considering it an honor to be able to give. It's a blessing to be a blessing, right? So you got this servant energy here, where this woman looks like she's coming forward with like a warm bowl of soup or something, and she's happy to serve it. She's happy to bring it forward. But in these dynamics, you need both people to be in that servant energy. And at the bottom of the deck, the visionary. The capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision with regard for personal gain. When these relationships, these energies, these unions come together, these are individuals who are not only coming together to get to know one another, but also to bring vision to fruition, divine vision, the divine mission to fruition, and support one another in doing so. And when a person is in their what, y'all? I'm delivering the message. I think that's emphasis on the divine mission. And that is why that tower is going to fall, because the divine and your ancestors and your spirit guides are like, yo, we not about to let y'all self-sabotage this. You have a habit of self-sabotaging good things in your life. We're not about to continue to let you do that. So you about to learn these lessons, and we about to make these towers fall, so that you can rebuild and rebuild on a solid foundation and get to work. But the shadow attribute of the visionary is selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. No more of that shit. No more being a wolf and showing up as a sheep, compromising your vision and your divine mission. Because you're going to have the support and the resources in this earthly realm and ancestrally. As you can see, these lights are going nuts because there's work to do. There's a divine mission to be carried out, and it is imperative that we align with within ourselves and with one another to bring forward the mission. So I'm going to read the message of visionary. Where the book? I need to grab my Sacred Contracts book so I can read the extended version of it. That's what I'm going to do. Hold on. Where is it? Please don't let it be in the other room. I feel like I'm looking right over it, y'all. Nope. Can't be. I cannot believe I don't see this book right off. It's usually like right in my face. You know what? On second thought, I'm gonna read what the guidebook for the archetypes has to say about the visionary, but I'm actually being led to share with y'all one of my top 5 favorite poems. It's called The Invitation by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. And when I tell you, when I first encountered this poem, it was, I think Iyanla was talking about it. When I said that is exactly what I want in a love connection. I don't want all this superficial shit. I want exactly what's being described in this poem. So I'm gonna share that with y'all as well, and we're gonna close out the reading. So with the visionary, and you had that night King of Wands energy to come up, and he's very much a visionary, one who can come forward as a leader and lead the charge in bringing forth their vision for the future, something coming to fruition, whether it's something entrepreneurial like the energy of this man holding a coin, or what. But he can bring forth the vision and the strength and vitality and the passion to help see it through. So I love that energy is showing up. The visionaries lets you imagine possibilities that are beyond the scope of your individual life and that benefit all of society. The visionary archetype brings into view what could be if certain choices are made, or what is inevitable given choices that have already been made. So look for a long-term passion to see beyond obvious or momentary actions to perceive a larger pattern. And that's very much this hangman energy as well. Being able to see things from a different perspective and being able to see beyond what's going on in the 3D or going on in this moment to see a brighter future or the potential of a situation, and then putting that muscle and your resources behind it, your ideas and your thoughts and your that magician energy to bring it into fruition and to manifest it. So I love this for you all, feminines, and we can tap into the energy of the invitation. I'm so excited about this. When I tell y'all I love this poem, it is like the blueprint for love for me. It says, it doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you've touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals or have been shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own, if you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you're telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty every day. And if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand on the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the full moon. Yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. Come on, King of Wands. He is fire, so he definitely can stand in the center of the fire and not shrink back, bringing that protective, strong arm, that king energy. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. When I tell y'all, this is it for me. When it comes to committing to another relationship, it's got to be very much so divinely led, and I got to be able to gauge it against this poem. Every line, every word, every syllable, every phrase. Because it's exactly what, as a divine feminine, as a goddess energy, I want. I'm not impressed by a lot of the superficial shit that a person would try to impress me with. I want to know, what kind of healing work have you done? Are you willing to do what needs to be done to feed me and these kids? Don't get me wrong, as one who's integrated my masculine and feminine energy, I understand that ultimately I got to make sure I eat. You know what I'm saying? But these children, are you going to make sure they're safe and provided for emotionally, mentally, financially? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing? What are you passionate about? Do you have ambitions? What are you doing to bring them into fruition? Are you one who's not a people pleaser and can stand your ground and hold your boundaries and piss somebody off in order to live out your dreams and put yourself first. I'm looking for that. You know what I'm saying? In a person. Opposed to what kind of car you drive. I don't give a fuck about what's squaring your moon. When shit get hard, are you still going to be able to remain optimistic and tell the moon yes, even when your emotions during a full moon are raging and rising, are at their peak? Are you still going to be able to show up to bring forth the vision? I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own, and if you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful. Take your scary ass on. If love scares you to the point where you just can't let loose and be free and enjoy me and allow me to enjoy you and not be cautious and having your guard up, feminines, because this message is for us, right? Not having your guard up, but just let the passion lead you. Let the love lead you, and remember and make you forget the limitations of being human and push it to the limits, whatever that looks like. I want that kind of love. That's the invitation that I'm giving, and that is the invitation that the divine feminines are being led to offer. I want to read some more from this book, but I'm going to use bibliomancy to pick the page. Deep sustenance. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. What is your motivation? What sustains you? What feeds you? What quenches your thirst? Tell me, have you been where hope and faith cannot find you? What sustains you when all that you have relied upon, inner and outer, falls away? How do you get through? How do you take the next breath? Most of the time, I am buoyed up by hope. I have hope that my sons will find what they love and a way to live it. I have hope that my work will continue to challenge me and offer something of value to others. Oh, and I also have hope that we will use our will and imagination to bring peace to parts of the world torn by war and to develop technologies and ways of living that are in alignment with the earth. But the truth is that most of the time, the hopes that move me toward life with arms wide open are smaller, particular, and very human. I have hope that I will someday exercise on a regular basis. I have hope that I will once again feel the delicious excitement of falling in love. Feminines, let those guards down. Continue to have hope that you will fall in love, that love will find you and you will attract and magnetize love to you because you are love and you are worthy of love. I have hope that my skin will clear up. I will learn how to rollerblade gracefully, and I will be kissed again by a man who takes my breath away. I have hope that I will find the time today to walk by the lake and feed the ducks. There is, of course, a risk in focusing on what we hope for. We can fall into the daydream, missing what we have, but our ability to imagine, to anticipate, is part of what makes us human. Anyone who has ever made love knows that part of the pleasure is anticipating both the familiar and the unknown. The pleasure and intimacy of lovemaking are deepened when I'm able to slow down and consciously savor the sharp taste of the moment in between the second just before, the place where the breath catches in anticipation. I am aware of the scent of heat held in the air between two mouths reaching for each other hungrily. There is hope that sustains, that moves me toward life. In the skin that tingles, waiting, fine hairs at attention, reaching and aching. There is anticipation in the places that have not yet been touched, but know they will be. There is hope of being fully met by the one who can touch me without taking his eyes from mine. Hoping and anticipating can deepen our experience of the moment, motivate us to act or sit still. I do my daily meditation not only because it brings me insight and a sense of calmness as I do it, but because I have hope that it will enable me to be more present in my daily living. Living the present moment fully and having hope for what is to come next are not mutually exclusive. I'm gonna leave it there because I think that is such a divine message, as we have tapped into the divine feminine needing to uh, reassure the safety and security of her inner child, encourage and motivate the inner child to live freely and to indulge and to play and to be creative and to dance and to sing and to be open to love and not be guarded and allow past hurtful experience to be to sabotage that which is coming in, to have hope and to be aware of what sustains you, deep sustenance, what provides deep sustenance and not just surface level um indulgences. And what are you inviting into your life by the way that you are showing up, by being guarded or by letting your guard down? Be aware of what it is that you want to invite into your life, and um don't allow financial constraints to be the thing that sabotages that which you've longed or hoped for. Um, and this is for masculine and feminine energies, because it's some brewing underneath the surface that is coming to uh, the light in due time with this tower and in this situation that was once stuck and where there was indecision involving this King of Wands. Something is manifesting, and it's going to require a tower to take place, a tower moment to take place, or a tower to fall. So feminists, I hope this message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I know I am definitely talking to not only the feminists that are male bashers and who have allowed past hurts, pains, and traumas to make them bitter or paranoid or users and damsels in distress, looking at men as tricks and um just having an agenda. Um, I'm not only talking to the women who identify with that energy, but I'm talking to those of us who are well intentioned but lying in our shadows is that work that needs to be done to free ourselves from past hurt and trauma that would self-sabotage a well-meaning, pure connection. We're needing to be patient and have grace for ourselves and others, and to be present and enjoy the moment. So I hope the message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope something was said that leaves you well. If you would like a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. If you would like some access to some of my exclusive content, I do have readings and some other resources available exclusively on my Patreon. It's only $5 a month if you would like to join. And if you resonate with the message or just like my vibe, don't forget to like the video, comment down below and let me know something was said that you resonate with, and subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone whom you know who may enjoy the reading as well. But with that being said, y'all, until next time, peace.